Welcome to the QIS People Care video on health and safety, and our topic today is risk management as a strategy to improve the health and safety of children and workers. The health and safety module looks at what individuals and organizations can do to keep themselves and their environment healthy, safe, and secure. Risk management. When we look at the definition of risk management, it is the practice or process of identifying potential risks and problems in advance. You analyze them and take precautionary steps to curb or reduce the impact of unfortunate events while maximizing the realization of opportunities for an organization. The goal of risk management is to minimize the effect of potential risks to the workers, to the projects that people are working on, and to the organization as a whole. Risk management involves 5 steps. One of them is risk identification. You will recognize, uncover, and describe risks that might affect individuals, the project, the organization, and its outcomes. The first step is to identify the risks that the organization, the church, or the school is exposed to in its operating environment. For example, when there is construction that is going on, there are open swimming pools. So ways to identify risks include, but are not limited to, conducting internal research, consult experts, seek employee feedback, regularly analyze customer complaints. The second step is risk analysis. Once risks are identified, you determine the likelihood of them occurring again. Then for each risk and to who, you develop an understanding of the nature of the risk and its potential to affect individuals, projects, organizational goals, and objectives. At step 3, you do risk evaluation. You evaluate or rank the risk by determining the risk magnitude. This is the combination of likelihood and consequences. You make decisions about whether the risk is acceptable or whether it is serious enough to warrant treatment. So if you've done risk evaluation and it is not risky enough, then you can go ahead and do risk treatment. This is also referred to as the risk response plan. Each organization should have a risk response plan. During this step, you assess your highest ranked risks and set out a plan to treat or modify these risks, as well as enhance the opportunities by creating risk mitigation strategies and preventive plans. And lastly, we monitor and review the risks. This is the last step where you make use of your risk register to monitor, track, review risks, and update if necessary. As a project manager or team member, one of the important things you do is to manage risk on a daily basis, either knowingly or unknowingly. If you learn to apply the 5 steps that we have talked about in risk management process and put them into action, then your projects will run more smoothly and be a positive experience for everyone involved. Missing this means your project could run into obstacles that you're not prepared to handle, and this could slow you down or even stop you completely. All organizations should have a risk register and an individual with the overall responsibility to record these incidences for notification and action. The senior management or board should review the high-level risks regularly. Under risk management, we have 4 major mitigation measures, and these are avoidance. At this level, the individual or organization can eliminate, withdraw from, or not become involved at all if they see a possible risk. The second mitigation measure is reduction. This level requires one to look at ways of optimizing or mitigating the risk and its effects. The third level is retention. An individual or organization accepts the risk and budgets for it and its consequences. That means you budget for the risk in your annual budget or monthly budget. And the last mitigation measure is sharing the risk. It is possible to identify a risk and you realize that you cannot handle as an individual or organization. So what you do is to identify alternatives of managing it, like insurance or outsourcing other service providers. Examples of risks include security, slips, people fall, drowning, hazardous substance, manual handling, or heavy lifting of dangerous machines. There are also electrical risks, people who work and go alone, and vehicle movements and fire. Those are limited, but there are more examples that are risky to individuals and organizations. And measures to counteract these risks include availability of a first aider, a well-stocked and up-to-date first aid box, location and contacts of emergency and the nearest health facility. Then also, transport should be available 24/7 for such emergencies. Visibility of evacuation plans within the venue. Evacuation plan includes for people that have disabilities. It is important to note that risk management is everyone's responsibility. You identify potential risk in your own work, in your own community, and in your own environment. And please communicate and consult for possible action to manage the risks at different levels. When we are healthy, safe, and our environments are secure, then the children in our care will be able to thrive, learn, and fulfill their God-given potential. Thank you so much.